What is up, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of the Danny Show. I'm your host, Daniel Cody. This is where I give commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you haven't seen it already, be sure to check out my review on my top 10 favorite Kurt Angle matches, which was up from yesterday for Angle's birthday. But today, we're going to talk about what happened at last night's NXT TakeOver Deadline, a pretty good event. Great opening match on the kickoff show with Axiom picking up the victory and showing off some great highlights and getting the fans excited. So the kickoff match was really good. We opened up the show with Shawn Michaels and CM Punk. CM Punk is wearing Bret Hart's sweater, which is ironic because Bret Hart and CM Punk both returned to Raw after a many year hiatus, saying hell has frozen over. But nonetheless, HBK pretended in a humorous fashion to be offended by the Bret Hart t shirt, seeing as how it was his rival. And also, remember when it's ironic, how do I say this? Remember when Shawn Michaels accused Bret of having an affair with Sonny? And now she recently celebrated her birthday in prison. Darn it. And she looks different. Times change on you. But in any event, moving forward, it's all about healing, right? That's hilarious. It's all about healing. But apparently, there's not some healing in AEW's guys, and there's not any healing with him and Seth Rollins. That's going to make a great rivalry. Now, we opened up the first match of the night with Dragon Lee, accompanied by Rey Mysterio, versus Simp 19 Dom, as I humorously call him. Now, I was not expecting Dragon. I knew it was going to be an interesting match. I didn't know the commentary was going to be pretty interesting to hear with Booker T versus Rey Mysterio. However, I was not expecting Dragon Lee to win tonight, but I am very glad that Dragon Lee has won. And for those of you who have not seen my community post, for those of you who have not seen my community post, you probably saw me make some humor to Rhea Ripley is going to punish Simp 19 Dom. Mr. Simp 19 Dom, you are in big, 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 big trouble. Mommy is going to get you. She's probably got him over the knee, over her lap right now, giving Dominic a good. Okay, let's not do that. This is not what this channel is all about. This channel is not about. We keep this channel clean and modest. So let's not go there. Although it's probably happening. But let's not go there. Let's keep this a clean channel on this holy seventh day of the week. But in any event, congratulations to Dragon Lee. Glad he has won the match, and I'm glad he's North American champion. And even though Booker T called Dominic the greatest NXT North American champion, I have to say that people like Ricochet, Johnny Gargano, and Carmelo Hayes would disagree. Moving forward, we have the women's deadline match, and Booker T wishes that Michael Cole was in that little coal mine looking thing for the box, the penalty box, so that the ladies can beat him up. Imagine Bayley and Michael Cole in the penalty box. But Bayley likes Michael Cole. But in any event, moving forward, I think, if I may be honest, first of all, Kalani reminds me of the singer Maya. And I think Bianca Belair has some competition because, boy, what's her name? Lash Legend came in and was spectacular. She got two falls in the first less than a minute being in the match after showing off some power. I think I think Bianca has competition. Obviously, we know that um, we started off the match with, well, I know that there's Tiffany and what was the other girl's name? Um, Fallon. Tiffany and Fallon have some heated issues with each other, and when they got put in the penalty box, it's like putting two classmates who can't stand each other on timeout with each other, which I know about really well. It happened when I was 10 years old. I still remember it. I couldn't stand that guy. But in any event, moving forward, we saw Fallon get put through the announce table. Tiffany Stratton, even though she's a bratty Tiffy, as I like to call her, bratty Tiffy goes flying, and the commentators allude to Drowning Pool with the song "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor," which I like the song, and it was the theme for SummerSlam 2001. Fun fact: I think the original vocalist for Drowning Pool looks a lot like the late great Bray Wyatt, in my personal opinion. You got Kalani looks like, okay. Let me give you guys a little. Let me just go off topic for a second. Kalani looks like Maya. The singer for Drowning Pool looks like Bray Wyatt. Shotzi, when she had long hair, looked like Ledger from Skillet. And who else? Zelina almost looks halfway like the late Aaliyah, but let's go forward back into the match, getting back on track here. Even though Lash Legend came out very strong, it was Blair Davenport that got the job done, scoring real fast, getting three. And after Lyra Valkyra came out, she was attacked by a surprising and returning Cora Jade, who got a stamp of approval backstage by CM Punk, who told her that Punk and AJ Lee, who Cora Jade once cosplayed once, they're both very proud of her. And I have to give Cora Jade credit because even with the hug, she stayed in heel mode even while the little childhood fan in her was coming out, and she managed to hold her emotions together. I got to give her credit on that because most people would break down in happiness meeting their heroes. But Cora Jade, yeah, Cora Jade stayed in character. Carmelo versus King was a not bad match. I'm glad Carmelo won that match, but we found out that King had nothing to do with what happened to Trick Williams. But all King really wanted was to be on the PLE Premium Live event spotlight, which was really his ultimate intentions. But Mr. King, you still lost. Mello didn't miss, and a couple of signs in the WWE universe acknowledged that. Now to the men's Iron Survivor match. The men's Iron Survivor match was awesome. The women was good, but this match with the men was awesome. First off, we started off with Dijak and a Hollywood like entrance with what's that man name? I keep forgetting the name. Um Biggs or Briggs from J&J, as I like to call them. They started off the match, a whole bunch of giants in this match. They started off, then we got Trick Williams coming in, and then Bate, and then we got Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker speared everybody available, and got three scores in less than 1 minute. He managed to do that. And then Tyler Bate would catch along and get 3 points. Dijak would get 3 points also. Biggs would get 2 points. However, Bronson coming, not Braun, Braun coming in and breaking everyone in three spears in 1 minute. That was amazing. Topping Lash Legend. Man, when Braun speared everyone and got 3 points and spearing Trick Williams through the barricade, I thought Braun Breaker was going to win this thing. And I was like, well, it helps because Braun has been building himself as being one of the baddest and the toughest of NXT right now. So I really thought that Braun was about to win this thing and could very well be on the verge of having a power couple in Braun Breaker and Cora Jade, who are a real-life couple. However, despite all of that, somehow Trick Williams pulled off a massive miracle in scoring 4 points in less than 5 minutes. That made my night. Him winning last night, made my night. Just, it was awesome to have him win when we didn't think he was going to. My night was complete after that. Then we had the women's steel cage match, which you had Kiana James with her. It's almost, Kiana gives me, and let me know what vibe she gives you, but Kiana, I never said this before, but Kiana gives me the whole hot secretary wrestler vibe, or somewhat of Miss Hancock, as you know, as Stacy Keibler, except with a much less provocative, still a little cuteness to her, but not as provocative as the old days, because we're trying to get people to a day where we celebrate athleticism more than we celebrate lustfulness, which I completely applaud and respect. However, moving forward, Roxanne Perez, one of my favorite female wrestlers of NXT right now, unfortunately, she didn't win because of somebody named, what's her name again? Izzy Dame from NXT's Level Up assisted her. And backstage, Roxanne did not want to talk. She was in a bad mood. This is the Roxanne we need right now. The good girl, the hero, an angry hero. Sometimes we need an angry, aggressive hero. And Roxanne is going to destroy Izzy Dame. Izzy Dame wanted to level up. Well, she just got leveled up to danger. And also we have, speaking of danger, we have Corbin versus Dragunov tonight in the main event for the NXT Championship. Now, apparently, there's been a lot of disrespect towards Dragunov's family by Corbin, which you can kind of expect that type of thing from Corbin, the wrestling character. And tonight, Dragunov challenged that with 3 forearms, because I can't pronounce whatever that finishing move is. He calls it forearms. He gave 3 forearms and what is called a torpedo Mezcal to win the match. And it was a pretty good match where Dragunov struggled to lift Corbin up for a jackknife powerbomb. So it was a pretty interesting match. Nonetheless, Dragunov wins, and Trick Williams comes out with Carmelo Hayes' support. Now, that lets me know. I got to ask you a question. Let me know in the comment section, who do you think attacked Trick Williams? Let me know your bet in the comments below. And that's all the time I have for you today. And I'll be back with another review on all things wrestling. And hopefully, we will get Trick Williams as a special entry for the upcoming Royal Rumble in the NXT state of Florida, because Royal Rumble is going to be in Florida. So imagine at NXT state, the state of NXT Florida, we have Trick Williams for a special entry. The crowd would go nuts, and so would I. But let me know who you think is guilty in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend.